As part of this lecture, let me go ahead and set up the Git repository to access the datasets which are relevant to set up tables in this database. So far, we have created this database called as itversity_retail_db. We have even created itversity_retail_user. Also, we have granted permissions on itversity_retail_db to itversity_retail_user. Now, we need to have scripts so that the tables are set up in this database along with the data. We provide the scripts as part of Git repository. You just make sure you clone the Git repository and take it further. In case if you do not have access to material related to Git repository, you can use the repository in our Git account and then you can take it further. Let me review the Git account where I have the datasets. Then I'll walk you through the details about how to clone that repository. Then we'll use the scripts in the repository at a later point in time. By now, if you have already set up the Git repository related to this course, you might have data folder already. You should be able to use that data folder as well. Depending upon your convenience, use appropriate location and take it further. In this case, let me open the browser. Let me go to this URL, https, then //github.com, then /dgadiraju, then data. This is one of the repository where I have all the datasets. We need to make sure this is cloned. We can copy the URL. Then we can open either PowerShell or the shell related to Ubuntu on WSL or Mac terminal. Whatever shell you wanted to use, you can use and take it further. In this case, I'm going to use Windows PowerShell. Let me click on Windows PowerShell here. I'll be cloning the repository under folder called as research in my home directory. Now let me say git clone and let me paste the URL. Now let me hit enter. It will take care of setting up the Git repository here. Once the Git repository is set up, we should be able to access the scripts using the file explorer. This is called as file explorer. Now let me click on this. I need to first make sure I go to my home directory. For that, I can start with this PC. Then as part of C drive, users, I have my home directory with the username using which I have logged in. Now it have research. Then you can see the data folder. If you open data, you see there are quite a few folders. The folder which is relevant to set up tables and scripts is nothing but retail_db. We need to make sure we run these two scripts. We should be able to run these two scripts using psql. I'll demonstrate those details at a later point in time. For now, make sure you clone the repository and review this folder to ensure whether this folder have the relevant scripts or not. We'll take care of executing these scripts using psql as part of pgadmin. Let's go to the details about connecting to the database which we have created earlier. Then we'll also go to the details about how to run these scripts.